Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes and Sketchbook Warriors. We've got quite a battle today. We've got a lot of Chinese New Year stuff, Year of the Rabbit 2023 here. So we've got a lot of stuff. Oh, and actually, let's go to the screen. Let's jump to the screen. We've got here's some stuff happening here in Chinatown. January 22nd in Monterey Park, we got Lunar New Year Festival. Then we got the Golden Dragon Parade, the 28th on Broadway here. Just actually, it's like 10 minutes from my house. Yeah, I'll probably be going to that. So it's here in Los Angeles. So if you're a local yokel, here we go. So, I lost our drawings. Here they are. This is what we're doing today. I think I put them in an order. Yeah, so we've got some lanterns. I think that's, it's out of order. Here we go. There we go. We're going to start off, I think, with these simple ones, probably. These are really simple shapes. You can see the shapes here. I'm going to have to zoom in. That one? Yeah, because these are a little more complex. And that will be next. Let's give you a highlight of what we're going to be doing tonight. I kind of put them in order real quick before class. These are submitted by students, specifically Demi this week. We have our regular uploader is out on another class. Here's some more. So we're gonna have to choose. There's a lot, and these are really good practice. These are really nice shapes, and actually getting into form, the next level stuff. And these are all little puzzles. That's what I think of drawing, is just a puzzle, trying to figure it out. Look at that. That's definitely form. So you can see the cylinder there. It's a little tapered. So it's kind of like a cone. And then we've got this. Wow, I really like that one. We're going to draw that one. It looks hard, but it's really just shapes. A lot of circles. We'll break it down for you. That one, I think that's going to be a fun one. And that one, I think we might move that one over or skip it, because that's really similar to another one like this one. Yeah, we've got some of these. Then we might skip that one too. Might do that one. It might skip that one. That one's, yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot that we'd spend all day on these. Kind of have to pick and choose. And this is where definitely we start getting into portraits. That one's a really nice one. And that one's a nice one. I think the one that I'm going to go with, though, is probably, maybe that one. Was it that one? We got cake. I can't have everything in your cake too. A little pear, really nice forms, pomegranates. Pears. There's a pair of pears. All right, so here we go. Let's start off with this. I'm going to go ahead and copy image address, and I'll put it in the chat. We'll start off with this. Actually, we'll probably draw a lot of this. I'll break it down. Let's put it in the chat. We had 60 people sign up for tonight, but we'll see. We only have about 30 here right now, so that's half. I only have. That's all good. 30 is good. I mean, that's awesome. Congratulations for being here. It's what it takes. A lot of people talk, a lot of people want. It's like I'm tapping into my quotes tonight. I said a few before I started recording, but there's a quote that somebody said, I give my life to play. It was I think it was a golfer, a famous golfer. I give my life to play like you. And he goes, I did. I actually gave my life. All my life been just playing and playing. It takes that effort. All right, so here we go. There's a lot of shapes going on here. Wow, I don't know. We might even have to talk about proportions and placement on this one. Let's go to annotate. Let's start off with you can see these squares. You're definitely going to force you to see. There's really, we'll start with this one. See what color this is blue. Really close to a square. It's more of a rectangle, but it's almost a 1-to-1. You can see that one there. And then we've got this one here. Let's see, I think I can probably bring that down to the bottom part.
Hilario, can you enlarge it or no?
I was trying to. Here, let me see if I can put it. I was gonna, let me see.
Se ve muy chiquita en la pantalla.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, and I kind of, here we go. Wait a minute. Bam. All right, here we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's it. Now I can zoom in better. Here, there we go.
Much better. Yes.
Thank you. Say thank you. That's why it's interactive. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, I get into it, and I'm like, So we need that assistance. Lunar Year, New Year starts on Sunday. Jade Rabbit. All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Nadia, are we going to do all 4 lanterns and the branch?
Yeah, I think so. The branch we're just
Very
going to do.
ambitious.
Huh?
Very ambitious.
Yeah, very ambitious, but it's not too bad. I'm going to simplify it. It's gonna, let's see. So this one you can see it's really close to a square, a little bit taller. And I'm going to start this one down here. This is a square right there. Look at that square hiding. Ah, and then we can see that up there. And here's probably a square in here. Let's see, where's that square in there? There it is. Yep. The bigger the shape, the better. The bigger the shape, the better. These are just different objects everywhere. And then we've got our circle here, which is just stretched on the ellipse. So if we put a circle in there, you can see the circle. If we keep going with it, let's bring that over. And there we go. Yeah. And if I stretch it out, there we go. Bring it in. Yeah, that's an ellipse. It's a little, let's see. There we go. Let's see if I can, yeah, match it pretty good right there. Yeah. Then you can see that these angles going in there. We got another square down here. It's a bit of a rectangle close to a square. Now the spacing, that's the interesting thing. You can see the space here. And I sometimes do this to try to see it together as one piece. I kind of like start getting from these tips here, seeing these angles, these here. This kind of helps see this as one big piece, and then say, okay, this is what I need. And I can see this like a bigger square here, like in here, like this, that shape in there. Let's take a look. That's kind of like a really hidden or an implied square in here, there, right in there. See that? That's kind of like a square in there. All right, well, let's just do it. I'm going to sketch it out lightly, and then we'll put all these shapes together. And it is kind of ambitious. It looks, there's a lot of detail with the branches and stuff up there. Those I'm going to do really quickly. Yeah, we'll do that really quickly. All right, did I put it in the chat? I don't think so. Let me put that in the chat, clear all drawings. And then, right, put this up in
Do
there.
we sketch along with you as you sketch it out quickly?
Yeah, sketch along with me. The first I usually go slower, and then I pick up speed throughout the night. So and get a little more challenging. You can take it on your own. You can do it on your own. It's just really just practice. It really is practice. You can follow along, or if I'm going too slow, you really have to find your pace. If I'm going too slow, draw a couple, or get another paper and draw. Okay, or just you can even draw something else. You don't even have to draw what we're drawing. Right, you can draw your own thing and just listen to the process, because that's what it is. We praise the process. We praise the process. So here we go. Let's just dig right in. All right. Let's see. We're going to use we'll just use a should we go with a pen? No. Okay, we've got an HB pencil here. All right, let's flip it around. Let's bring it down. Yeah, I want to have that other camera, so that way I can just click on a button and it'll automatically just jump to that second camera. So I'm working on getting a second camera. That'll make it better, and it'll be a higher quality camera. So I've been noticing that this camera is the quality is not, especially when we zoom in. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to start off with that big square and then kind of go off everything off of that. So I did kind of see that kind of a big square here, and I'm sketching in really lightly just to get my spacing and where everything kind of is going to go, because we have that, and then we have the kind of like an oval shape. Let me get it a little bigger. Let's get as big in here. I'm going to go bigger. That's that lantern that was inside, kind of like that square, just kind of spacing things out.
Wow.
But this is just for spacing. What's important is this lantern. Okay, it was kind of an oval shape, not exactly a circle. You can actually start off with a circle and then just bring it out. And I'm sketching, almost scribbling here, trying to get the ratio, the height to the width. And I'm putting some axis lines. Oh yeah, the axis line. Axis lines help. And you can do this. There's an exercise where you just go around looking for the ratios. You go look at objects and you can see the ratio of the height to the width, and that's like a 1-to-1 here. And then something like this, you can see the width here, the ratio, and then you see that would be a 1. Then the width is 1, and then you go here 1, 2, 3, almost, yeah, it's about 4, a little bit less than 4. But now that I know the ratio, I can actually draw it here. I can draw it any size. I would just have my 1 and then just go 4 on over, and then there it is. That's the ratio for this box. And if let's talk about angles, if you want to get into form, then that's the next level, getting into form. I sketched it in really lightly in there. All right, so that's ratios for you new people. All right, so I have my oval here. Then we've got another one. I'm watching my spacing, right? Right next to it, this negative space. And it's right, if we follow this center, this axis line, that's where kind of this next one, next lantern is. And it actually drops a little bit below, and it's right about there. And I would probably say, yeah, it goes up to that spot right in there. So, and I'm sketching really lightly. I would sketch lighter than this and just get the sketching in, and then on top I would do the drawing. Once I get everything kind of placed, we can do that. Right below that, and I've rounded these corners here. Right below that is a square. It kind of tapers out a little bit, but it's really close to a square right here, the square shape underneath that, right in there. And drawings are puzzles. The shapes just get more complex. You can start off with these simple shapes, so like a simple puzzle, and then you work your way up and say, hey, wait a minute, this is too easy. Or you can come in at the 8 o'clock hour instead of the 7 o'clock hour. Now it's the 7 o'clock hour. And there's a little circle here at the bottom, and then there's a little tassel right about there. This one has a tassel as well. If we need to make it bigger, I can probably make this one a little bigger. So I can add it just like a piece of clay. I can add a little bit more and move my axis line over a little bit just by sketching it here. See, sketching. And see, and I don't even erase. I'm just kind of like building. I'm building up my drawing. And then we've got the, here we go, see. And that's why using a pen. Actually, the first year or two, year and a half, actually, I just used pen. I didn't use anything else but pen. I've been using pencil and I've been switching off. But yeah, first year and a half, just pencil. All right, so I am looking at my here. This actually drops down below this, and it's actually bigger. If I want to try to shoot for accuracy, I can see it's actually would be bigger. I'm looking at it now. I'm looking back and forth in my drawing and here. Should we go for accuracy? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna go even bigger, and then bringing this down even lower. I'm seeing that like right here where this tassel is, that is actually, it actually goes below that. See, so we're making all these comparisons, looking back and forth, fixing it as we go. It's kind of hard when you're first beginning and like, oh my gosh, he's changing it. But you know, that's why I draw lightly. Start over if you need to. It's okay. I'll just practice. It's just practice. Not to take too seriously. You can change it if you want, or to keep it. You just, okay, next time. I'll get it next time. It's all right. You have to pick and choose your battles. Like I said, joy comes from finding and solving problems you want to solve. If you don't want to solve it, that's all right. Just let it go. All right, so that shape I think is a little more accurate. That's better. I want to get accuracy. Now then this drops right about in there. Almost square. It's a little bit longer. Right in there. There we go. There we go. So sketching, scribbling almost. Then it's got a cap on it. A little bit of angles, slightly angles. I kind of exaggerated the angles. And then the top. And then a little string. And over here, it's a little cap as well. And I usually like going from left to right or some kind of order or sequence. Definitely big to small, going big to small. But we have different objects here, which makes it a little bit not quite a beginner drawing. The objects are beginners individually, but here we're really talking about placement and how things are, like the spacing here. Now I got to see the spacing, how far this one is and how high up it is. And now I can see it in relation to these two. And I can see it's going to kind of be right in here. Right in here. And this one was the one with the square bottom. And I'm looking at this top here, and I'm looking, it's going to be a little bit higher up. See, I'm using this in relation. It's all relative. Einstein was right. The theory of relativity. How does it relate? So the placement is up here a little bit higher. And then right below it is that square. It's really close to a square. So if you draw a square, oh, there it is. Same height, same width. Right about there. All right. Yeah, I think I answered that question in the chat. So yeah. Oh, stop sharing. There we go. Ah, that was the other one. Yeah. There we go. That's it. So you can, I think I put it in the chat. Well, all right. Let's continue with the lanterns. We got lantern number 3. We're a third of the way. And then we got one more lantern. And everything else is just detail that's kind of inside it. So you want, that's what I mean. You see the big stuff first and then the small stuff. And it's all small stuff. That book. See my spacing here, probably need to bring it over a little more. And then have that shape. And I'm relating it to that one. It's right in here. And it's a little bit longer than a square. Right in there. There it is. So there's my lanterns. I can look back and forth and adjust or fix anything that I need to. There is a branch. The branches are kind of like, whoa, they're in here. There's a really big branch right here that goes over that right in there. And I'm just putting it as a thin line, just as a placement of where it's going to go. And I know it's going to be too high. It's too high. I can actually bring it all down because I didn't put a lot of work into it, or I can grab another sheet and put it on top and fix that, but it's okay. I'm just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. Let's just go with it. All right. I think I'm happy. Look back and forth. I can see details now. We can start putting in some details. I know there's like this little design in here. I can put a little circle. It's going to go there. Another design right in here. Another design right there. This comes out, tassels on the sides, tassels on the sides. And then this is broken down into a lot of little pieces. We'll break that down. And we can fake it and get the feel of it, or we can try to shoot for accuracy. And those are two different approaches. There we go, another little tassel.
So Eladio,
Yes.
I only see you drawing. I don't see the inspiration picture that you had from YouTube.
Yeah, so that's one of the challenges. I'm working on, actually I was looking at a video that and because that's what I want to do, where I have both of them side by side.
Oh, okay.
You can actually pull it here. You can actually pull my screen bigger or smaller.
Right.
So we'll just keep it at that. I guess right there. All right, so let's I'm going to go ahead and just jump on in and go from left to right. Now, this one does have an axis line right down the middle. Try to get that axis line. Symmetry is really important. Get that center line. And there's a lot of things going on. And I'm looking at it and I can see that it's probably a little bit wider or not as tall. Let me see. I need to change it. But I know my ratio, I can already tell my ratio is taller. It needs to be wider or it needs to be shorter to get it more accurate. And I'm going to go a little bit of both. Let's go a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter, just to get it accurate, and then just bring it a little bit wider as well. There we go. And that's probably closer. Now I'm going to go ahead. Now what's going on with these lines is they're white lines, and I'm not going to do that. We're going to just put in dark lines. You got to pick your battles. And this is to get the white lines, you'd have to go dark. Well, you don't have to. You would need to get different materials. So we're going to go this way. All right, so we got our center line, and there's slight curves at the top. I'm going to just do actually like here, these angles here. I won't put that many, but so you can see what I'm talking about. here, because this is where form comes in. This is rounded because you have those two little angles at the top and two at the bottom, and then it connects straight up and down. That gives it a little bit of curve, because that's curving at the top. And then we'll put one more at the ends, like right in there. Because as it goes around, it actually gets closer. See how it's closer to the edge. The distance gets smaller because as it goes around the surface, they get closer together. When you're looking at it straight, they're not so, it's further apart. So we can already have one here from my sketching. What does it say? That's it. All right, that was it. And then it just has a bunch of really close horizontal lines. I like just going in the middle first, finding the middle, and then just eyeballing it and breaking that in half. And breaking it in half. And then breaking that in half. It's good exercise, eyeballing it. And the half of that. Then the half of that. And trying to be consistent with it. Half of that. Half of that. Right in there. Half of that. Half of that. Just keep breaking it in half. There's a whole bunch. And now if I needed to be accurate, I would go in there and count, and I would you know, take it to that next level. But most of the times you don't have to do that. You're just getting the feel of it. You don't have to be so I guess so precise. You know, sometimes you do, sometimes you want to, sometimes, you know, you have to be the judge of when and when not. What's more important are the big shapes. The big shapes, this big shape here, this big cap, and then darken it in. I'm darkening that cap. That cap. I'm putting that loop in a little bit darker, and then a little bit of a dot at the top, and then the rope. New York City. Get the rope. There it is. All right, looking good. All right, we're almost done with the first lamp. Here it is. Oh man, it's so colorful, so bright, really nice. Yeah, I want to see like where they have I think, is it Thailand, where they have the hot air balloons that kind of like, actually they're little lamps that go up. Really neat. Now this one has little tassels. I don't know, I can just put little circles. This would be a good way to do it. Just put little circles here, and then we'll bring out the circles. Let's see here how many can fit right in there. Get a nicely even space, and then you just bring them out. See, this is this tassel. It does taper out a little bit. And try to draw what you see. And try to draw the shapes and stuff that you see. You can't get it, just shade it all in. It's all kind of like a tassel in there. There we go. Ooh, that little circle. Nice and dark. Oh. Put a piece of paper underneath. And then tassels. Yeah, definitely be a person of vision. And draw what you see. All right, there's the first one. Let's go to our next one. Looking at the placement, I can actually see from here to here. It actually looks pretty good. The placement, how it relates to our other one that we just did. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Now I can go darker with it. I'll probably zoom in. Let's zoom in on this one. Let's zoom in because some of you are changing. Okay, and I did bring the blade. I have a couple of blades here. This is a way I sharpen my pencil. And I put the blade here, and then I use my thumb to kind of push out and get a lead. This is a good way to do it, especially when you're using the more expensive pencils. But when you're first learning to draw, any pencil will do. But when you're using the like some of these pencils that are like $5 each, it's like, whoa, you want to get every bit out of it. And then you can actually, you know, get, if you want to do some shading, you can get some of that on there too. There we go. There we go. Now we got a good piece of lead. And you can actually get a sharp tip if you wanted to, but I usually like to just get it as I go. Find the edge. There we go. Bam. All right, let's go all the way around. This one has some really interesting detail on it. I'm trying to get the outside shape first. The outside shape. And then get my axis lines. There's 2 axis lines. All shapes have axis lines. Some of them are hard to see. You have your center or the smaller axis, the axis minor. And then the longer one is the axis major right in there. And that one, it really just doesn't have one. This is just going to be a guide because we really don't need it. It's not there, but it just helps with symmetry. It helps with symmetry, seeing where's the furthest points and getting your shape pretty accurate. All right, so but we do need this middle one, the one in the middle. All right, and then we've got let's see. It's gonna let's see, we're gonna have come out to here. There's that one, comes out rounded, kind of like a pumpkin. And then there's another one between that that's about the same distance from here to here. I'm watching my distance. And then there's a third one. Yeah, there's 3. There's 3. So this is a bit of you know, practice and gymnastics and seeing space and ratios to get those thirds in there, the thirds. All right, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And then there'll be the same thing on the other side. And then there's little spirals in here. There's little spirals on the center. I'll get the spirals after. Let me get these shapes in first. And this is where you really want to watch your spacing. If you need to, get another sheet of paper or another little thing. And we already did this once. So you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just turn it around. And you have it for the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. See? So now I've got my, this one was right on the button. And that's good.
Well, are these videos available to us later?
Yes, I try to post them the second day. If you go to absolutebeginner.org, absolutebeginner.org will take you to our to the YouTube channel, absolutebeginner.org. Yeah, and that's where I'm going to eventually, like each because every night we go for 3 hours. I would cut this into its own individual video and have it like a title page and all that stuff. But yeah, that's definitely down the line. And maybe even as it's maybe hopefully growing, maybe I can hire somebody to do it. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just doing it for fun. All right. There's our second one. And we're going to put in these little spirals. All they are just little circles. Ooh, not so close together. I'm going to open it up. Might not have yeah, that's right. It's a little bit, there's more space in there. I missed it. I'm gonna open it up a little bit, open these spaces up a little bit at the end. That's okay. I'm just gonna put a spiral. The spiral is really small. I'm gonna see, it's just gonna be a dot, and then it just kind of curves around that dot. There we go. Try it again. Let's do it a little closer. It's small. So I've got my dot. And then from the top around and inside. Here we go. See, like that. There it is. Bam. That's okay. And then you skip one and it's over here. Skip one. Oh, wait a minute. Am I doing it right? Yeah. Right in here. Actually, it's right in there. The next one. Little dot. And then just a little spiral. It goes up and over and around and down. This time I'm going the other way, in the spiral first, and then go into the dot. There we go. That's it. There's 1, 2. Let's get that line nice and clean in there, clean it up a little bit. And let's do these other spirals. It's all just this little detail. It's, if it's accurate, it is. If it's not, it's okay. What's important at this stage when you're first starting off is the big shapes. Getting the details and all that stuff comes later. You really want to focus on trying to get the big shapes and the ratios. And then the other puzzle stuff can come in the more you practice. And this kind of goes out, curves around. There it is. One side. Let's get the other side. All right, all right. Ah, AAA. It's really interesting. Your feelings, as you're feeling stuff, sometimes you get a little anxious, you gotta, I came across, I was watching somebody, they're talking about the AAA. They talked about accepting what you're feeling. And then it's, I had it in my notes. I should do that when I have my notes with me. Let me see if I remember as I'm drawing. Accept the emotion. No, I can't. I have my notes. My notes are in the kitchen when I was listening to that podcast. It's a really good one. All right, that's pretty good. It's not perfect, but that's good. That's good enough. All right, let me get darken up the cap here. The cap. Darken that cap up. I think we might start speeding it up. I think I can start speeding it up. The bottom cap. Notice the height and the width, the ratio of this shape, and how it fits in there. Bottom cap. And if you had watercolors, you can put some watercolors on here, whatever you have, wherever you're at in your learning, whatever, you know. And same thing here. These are probably a little thicker. So I did that over here with my little circles. I'm gonna go with circles that are a little bit bigger. Get them in first. And here's my center. That's right in the middle. So I got 3 on that side and then 1 in the middle. And see if I can get 3 more. And it looks like, wow, I'm counting just visually, and it looks like exactly that's how many there are. So it's 3, 4, and then 6, 7. I believe it's 7. So here, this is my center one right off the middle, and then we've got 3 more. So I can actually find the middle there, and then do a 1 on each side. And there we go. Just to try to get the spacing right. See, and shooting for accuracy. And then it just goes out. And it's these tassels are at the end, they do fray. I guess they do fray out. They kind of, oops, I went too far. They do fray out. Probably be good to kind of put your pencil there or a piece of paper, have it there, and it'll help stop it. And it'll give you that fray look. Fray to edge. Bringing it closer. There we go. Had a little cough. All right, let's see. Oh, I can mute. It said I can mute with by pressing my space bar. Chat. All right, here we go. Are you going to show us? Okay, yeah. I'm just reading the chat. Same chat. Feel free to throw stuff in the chat. I can go up there and read it sometimes, or somebody will read it to me. There's a question in the chat. It's a good question. Ask questions. Be curious. Chat GPT. What's that? Good question. You're talking about that last class. It does go lighter in there. And then it goes darker. I didn't capture that. And that's values. I'll get that later. Ooh, there's a really interesting design. Oh, did I get that? Okay. There's a really interesting design up here. Let's see, we'll get it. All right, let's figure this one out. Yeah, it's basically a rectangle. There's a rectangle and two little circles on the sides. All right, and there's all kinds of stuff going on in it. It's really complex, really complex. So, wow, I see kind of like a square. And I would have to erase time because it does stop. Actually, there we go. We're gonna erase the center. Get that rectangle back in. There we go. Yeah, it actually stops there. So what's happening is I see a diamond shape right in there, a diamond shape or a square on its side right in the middle. There we go. That's what's happening. All right, once you have that square, this little square right there, there are 4 circles. So in that square, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 circles. And then 2 circles above it, 1 there, 1 there, and 2 circles below it. 1 there and 1 there, and that'll give you that shape. And then there's the 2 circles on the side. Now they do loop, but that's basically kind of how they are. So if they actually kind of like, it looks like they kind of like they're looping here and there. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of connect them and kind of have my like a little raceway or a little thing going through here. Connect it all. There we go. That's good. Probably as close as I'll get it as far as describing it. And so it was pretty complex, but we got it. Got it pretty quick. We're going to do that again. Actually, there's another one inside the other drawing here. And the branches, we're not going to worry about it. There's a lot of stuff going on, probably a little more advanced. I would probably break down my pencil and then just get that in one stroke, or try to get it in one stroke. Is actually be pretty fun to do the branch. I'll zoom out. Let's zoom out. Oh man, let's get some water or something. All right, number three on our lamps here. We're taking them on. Oh, there we go. All right, we got paid. I just got it right now. It's 7:06. Oh yeah, I got it. All right, she wanted to know when I got it, and I just got it. All right, our first kind of job. All right, hold on, let me see. Let me just send a message. There she is. All right, see you soon. Got it. All right, got it. Thank you. All right. All right, cool. All right, let's go to the next one. Trying to see this. We got that square shape here. Got that same design that we have over here. It's going to be in the middle. Probably a little bigger. Since I can already see that there, I can already see it. It's about the same size. It's going to be probably a little bigger. So I can already have it here. I can see it, how it relates. These lines are going to be thick. I can probably bring them out a little bit more. Then I know this is going to be up in here. There we go. And then tassels on the side. And watch my spacing. I think I closed it up. This should probably go out a little more, but it's okay. I just make note of it and just say, hey, next time. It's all right. My drawing is my drawing. Nobody's going to compare them, just us. But it's good to note. Okay, note. Watch my spacing. Next time. Especially when you're first learning, you're not going to hit everything. And then when you take things that are a little more advanced, like, Then it's when it really matters. It's like, okay, it really matters. That nose, that nose needs to go there in that place, that placement. Or like a giraffe or a horse. You're drawing a horse and the placement of the head is a little too far. And that's when it matters. The placement, because you can have things in proportion, but the placement is wrong. The location. All right, so that's good. Go with this thick line, thicken it up. There we go, thicken it up. Ooh, really nice little design up here up on top. It gets a little more complex. I'll just put the these shapes in first, and then we'll do the shape up on top. I was actually in Chinatown yesterday. Yesterday I was there. On Alpine Street. Yeah, Alpine. There's Broadway and Hill. Yeah, I definitely want to go to those festivities. All right, so we're drawing our square with a rectangle on top of it. Probably should go up a little higher. That's all right. Just drawing for fun, drawing for fun. You get it, you get it, you don't, it's okay. Let it go. Don't, some people, oh, the perfectionist. Yeah, this is where you're like, oh, it has to be perfect. Or need to learn to let go. I did the best I could. Let it go. Let it go. Next time, let it go. Sometimes you can get stuck on perfectionism. It's good when you're doing it, when it becomes a problem when you get paralysis. Perfection paralysis, like, oh, it's not perfect, and the thing is, you're gonna make mistakes until you get it. So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, just keep going. All right, so I did have these shapes in here, and it looks like, there we go. I can break it down into a plus sign. Watch this. Let's zoom in so you can see what I'm going to do, how I figured this one out. All right, so this is because it looks really complex, but really is just like a plus sign. Watch, so I'm going to put a plus. It's going to go in here. Right here, there's a plus sign. So this is one right here, and this plus sign that goes like right in there. Now, it's a, let's see. It's 3 and 3. So there's one square above it and two below it, below my plus sign. So I'm going to put a little square right in there, right inside that plus right there, that plus sign. And then there's two below it, 1 and 2. And then to the right as well, that first one, and then you go 1 and 2. Not the straightest of squares, but I did see that plus sign, and then there's that. And then all I need to do is 3 more squares. Here it is, that square that's here, that kind of actually makes another square. And then right above that is another square, right above that. There we go, see, and there, right there is that square. Wow. And it looks complex. It's really just a square, actually. That's another way to doing it and seeing it. That's really interesting. Seeing designs and shapes and geometry. There's a lot of fun stuff in drawing those shapes, and there's a lot of stuff there. Let's do it that way this time. I'm still gonna do my plus sign here and here, but this time I'm gonna go in with a square. I did go in with that one square right in here. But this time I'm going to go in with a square on top of that plus sign, just like that, right in there. See, that's what it was that I saw. See, it's that plus sign and then that square on top. See, this is the mental gymnastics that you have to do, the visual gymnastics that you have to do. Because then here, now I just, I can add this square at the bottom here and this square at the top. Right there, it's connected. And then there's 2 more, 1 here and then 1 over here. There's those. See, that's that design. There we go. That's it. Bam. All right, that's complex. Try Try to make something that's complex simple. That's a whole art in itself. And that just comes with practice, and or just even trying to see it, Like here, I can see this rectangle, and same thing with that circles on the side. And then what I did see that, if you see that diamond shape or that square on its side. And all it is those 4 circles. Here you go, I have my square. 4 circles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to get it centered. I think mine's is a little off center. It's all right. It's all good. Like the student I failed one time. Mister, what's my grade? Oh, you got to fail. Oh, it's all good. That's a great attitude. Yeah, it's all good. I really liked that student too. It just wasn't coming to class, wasn't doing work. Well, it's all good. Yeah. You earned it. Nobody else to blame. All right. It's all about the effort. Actually, I would grade on effort. Sometimes I had a brother sister one time in a class, and the brother didn't draw that well, but he put in some great effort, and I gave him a really good grade. Okay, better than his sister. His sister was complaining. I go, no, it's his effort. It's effort. You know, really. That's in the long run, effort will beat out skill and talent. Because at one point, it's that arrogance, that you feel like you got it. But you sometimes just got to put in that effort. All right. Here we go. Let's put the tassels on the side. Really simple. It's kind of light, and then it goes out dark. See where it goes out to. And the tassels kind of have little frayed edges. I'm trying to get them to be frayed. I'm afraid, but it doesn't. Let's see if I can get them. Thickness. Oops, maybe too thick. And then a little bit of frayedness as I kind of open it up as it goes to the bottom. There it is, a little tassel. A little bit of a hassle. All right, let's get this castle. This little shape on top. I kind of lost the little, I'd have to cut into it to put that little space in there. Oh well. We'll just leave it. Nobody will know except for us. Shh, it's a secret. Find the center. Our axis line is still kind of there. And then we're going to go up to it at an angle. There it is, right to the angle, right to that, and then come down to this other side. This triangle little roof on this lantern. All right. Thank you for suggesting these. And really, we have a whole theme running through our drawings tonight. Yeah, see, this would be cool. I'd get these drawings up. But edited and up for tomorrow. Well, I can put them up. Definitely this whole video will be up tomorrow. Video will be up tomorrow, but not edited. All right, so I'm just doing that little oval shape. That's right there at the top. And then the string, and it goes onto the tree. Up, just another little string. There it is. All right, down to the last lantern. Last lantern. Right there, the last lantern. There we go. This is a little interesting. We got the shape in there. And there's a lot of, we've got to get these horizontals in. There's a 1. And actually, that's a good way to do it. We can actually count it. Looks like it's, I don't see a middle one. No, there isn't really a middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Yeah, there's no middle one. So it's 3 and 3. Huh. Well, we'll just do it like this. Yeah, we'll do 3 above. And then 3 below. So I found the middle, and then I'm doing 3 above or 3 below or something. That's good enough right there. I'm watching my spacing. What makes this it's just the in and out on the edge. So we have that shape, but the edge goes in and out. So there's like little curves, and we can just put those in afterwards. I see once we have our spacing, which is harder to do, then you just go in and out, just like cutting in and out, right in there, in and out, in and out. Try to be consistent with it. Just bring it down, Bring it down. Oh, there it is on that side. The next one. Yep. Yeah, this was quite a drawing here. We're almost done with it. Half an hour. Ooh, a little over half an hour. There it goes. There it goes. All right, let's speed this up. All right, so you already know what to do here. We've got that rectangle with the little diamond shape. 4 circles in each corner. Oops, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the ends. And they do kind of like, I know it's like a little trail. They do wrap around. And then here we go, the tassel. And then just bring it down. Oops, I put a couple of horizontal lines and then the tassel lines. Just putting them in there. Look at that. And if I had, well, I do have watercolors, some time to do the watercolor in there. And I probably would use a different ink pen, maybe an ink pen, a permanent pen. And then the watercolor on top would look nice. Or you can use this pencil or a lighter pencil and then do the watercolor and then ink on top of the watercolor. You just got to figure out what works best for what you have. All right, I'm going to just really quickly do the branches. If you get them, you get them, great. If you don't, it's okay. Let's start with the thick branch over here. Starting with this little ball and just comes down. I'm just scribbling it in and kind of just getting it as it kind of comes in here and goes up and around up in here. And then it comes up in here. So I'm just scribbling it in. Then there's another branch up here. It's a little lighter. And then there's other branches with the flowers and petals. Yeah, that's all. I'm just gonna do. You see, I just doing little circles. I'm kind of just seeing it and drawing it. Maybe a little branch on this side. There's little branches. Branches, and little scribbles, circles. Scribble little circles to get the flowers or the feel of the flowers without getting the detail. If you want to spend more time on it, take your time. Really, sometimes it's a little hard to spend all that time.
Eladio, could I see what you're doing? I'm having
Yes.
trouble with the flowers.
Sure. All right, let's zoom in. Yeah, I'm just scribbling them in. I'm just getting the feel of it. Let's see, there's a lot of flowers. I'm just looking back and forth and see, okay, here's a flower. I'm just kind of like doing little circles here and in the shader kind of, in a lighter kind of shade. See, these little circle shapes. I'm not worried about exactness. I'm just getting the impression. We're being impressionists tonight. Just getting the impression of it. So here's the branch here. I got this branch here. It's probably a little bit thicker. And then I'm just, just a little bit lighter, just making these little circles. Right. I got my branch and then little circles. I'm not worried about the accuracy. What's important, the branch, getting that branch, and then just, little scribbles for it's like here, there's a flower here. And there's little dots inside it if you really want to get in there and do that, but I'm not even worried about that. There's a little branch that comes out here. And then there's 3 little ticks on top of that branch. 1, 2, 3. And just looking back and forth, there's another branch right in here, kind of swoops up. I actually had it down here, but there. Trying to see these branches. And if I work on my pencil and get it down to a there we go. See, get it down to I can almost do 1 stroke kind of branch. And that would be ideal. There we go. Then we just get it out there. See that? It's almost like a 1 stroke branch right in there. And then it comes down here. I'm seeing where it starts and where it stops. Oops, Hold on to that notebook right there. Speaking of the notebook, no, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie. And there's a lot of little, yeah, little knobs. Just putting them on there. What's important are the big branches, and then you can see the little knobs and where they're at. See this big branch as it swoops down here. There it is. And then there's little knobs and little flowers on it. Just get the little knobs. I'm just adding. And the one has little branches off the knob. And then little flowers, just little lighter circles, just shading them in. Little puffs. Little happy clouds. Somebody called me the drawing whisperer. But it's all good.
Yeah, there are no accidents, only happy mistakes.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's the other way around.
No accidents. Happy, no mistakes, just happy accidents. There you go.
Correct.
Bob Ross. He left us too early. He's my age when he passed away.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Sad what they've done to his little empire too. Commercialize them a little
Oh,
too.
yeah, he and his family were robbed.
Yeah.
So I used to think it was fun to buy little Bob Ross gifts
Yeah.
for people, but
Me
not
too.
anymore because it was stolen from him.
Yeah. Yeah. All that, his likeness, all that stuff. Yeah. Really sad. So more branches, you can probably spend a lot of time with it. And this is actually fun and therapeutic. I mean, because it doesn't have to be exact. You just try to get the big branches first, and then the little branches, see where they're at and fit them in there. And then just, just keep going on and keep going. And then just little flowers and just little puffs. Happy little puffs. And then it's more little puffs. But what's important, you go big to small, get the big branches, then the small branches, and then you see how it all just kind of fits and all comes together. And before you know it, there you have it. It looks, oof, there we go. Our lanterns. Ta-da. Wow. You did it. All right. What's next? Congratulations. How does that feel?
Good.
Good. Awesome.
So earlier you said we weren't doing the branch, so I just free-handed my own branch in and I didn't try and follow what was on there.
Oh,
So
it's all good. It's all good. It's just practice. I shaded my last lantern there. Just give it a little shade. I do have red. Yeah. Well. All right. They're just sketches. All right. Here, are you going to? Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Let's see what's next. I'll share my screen. Da, 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 da. Oh, wow. We're going to go into. Here we go. We've got on tap. Where? Hey, am I zoomed in too much? Oh, yeah, I was. There we go. Wow, look at that. Now here we get into form. This is the next level. We got a lot of form. I'm going to only draw a couple. I don't know which one we're going to draw, but this is definitely a cylinder. This is next level. So the lanterns we drew did have some form, but these have more form. They're a little more. You can see the cylinders. So this is the next level. Here, this pot here is definitely a lot more of a spherical sphere, and all these shapes. Which one are we going to do? Eeny, meeny. Oh, I like that one. Let's do that pot right there, that one, and maybe this cup right here. So we're going to do the top right one and this this top right cup as well. All right, so let's get this, copy the image address, put it in the chat. And let's see,
oh,
everybody. I hear an epiphany.
well,
Bye. Bye, Lana.
because yeah, that way I can put the image on my own computer and then see more of what's on the screen here.
Yeah, it is just figuring it out, and that's the whole thing. Problem solving, figuring things out. That's how we work. That's how it is, and that isn't that just feel great? Like, oh, I got it. Oh yeah, I figured it out. That's That's what I love. I love figuring things out. It's like, oh, I've been doing it wrong all these years.
Yeah.
Do it this way. But yeah, but when you once you, oh man, it took me 2 days to figure out this website. I had to add HTTP on it. And it wasn't working. It wasn't working for 2 days. And I just like research and reading, and I'm like, oh, I have to add that. All right, let's do this. Oh, okay. Let me go big. Let's go bigger. Go home. There we go. Paste it here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bigger. That's a little better. Oh, ooh. All right. So we're gonna draw this one, and it's basically an oval, but there's an ellipse on it. There's an ellipse, which makes it a sphere. So it's a little more challenging. So we've got our height and width right in there. Look at that. Bam. But then we got this ellipse right in here. That ellipse. That makes it definitely a slice of that. And that same thing is echoed down here. I have students that would always flatten the bottoms, but there's an ellipse, right? That bottom ellipse right in there. Then you've got all these other shapes that are added to it. And then definitely got to see your axis line. You have to draw that axis line to help you make it symmetrical, same measurement on both sides. And then we've got the cups on the bottom. Cups on the bottom are very similar. They're cylinder shapes. You would have to see those ellipses. Well, let's screenshot it. I'm going to move it up. Oh, there it is. This cup right in here. There's a lot of shading and stuff, but you got to see definitely this bottom part is. This bottom part is kind of like a, hey, why isn't it drawing? My tools. One more time. There it is. Yeah, there's like a circle shape there, and then there's this ellipse right in there. That ellipse. Look at that. Perfect. Bam. All right, and then another ellipse right in here. Look at that one. Bam. Oh man, I'm nailing it.
Ladio, I don't see anything that you're drawing or anything. I just see like your blank pad.
Really? Maybe I don't know. I am sharing my screen.
No,
I'm seeing your screen just
Yeah.
fine.
no, it's just a notebook that's blank.
Yeah, the notebook is blank. Here, let me see. Let me stop that.
Okay, so you haven't started drawing on your notebook yet.
No, I haven't.
Are you indicating anything on the drawing? Because I don't see that either.
Really? I am sharing. Let me share my screen again.
No, I do. Okay.
You see it here?
Which teapot are we drawing?
Okay, we're drawing the top right one, which I just moved down, and then this cup here. So let me mouse wise there, that one. Oh, okay, good. So we're drawing this top right teapot, the top right one, and then this top right cup, that one cup, probably the simplest cups. And all these other ones are really interesting shapes, forms to draw. And this is definitely form. If you wanted to simplify it, you would change the angle a little bit. Change the angle. If you change this angle, then you would get, you wouldn't get that oval shape. But if you want to get more Ovaltine, take on that challenge. We got these ovals. Makes it a little more challenging. Then you're really starting to get into form. Look at that pot. This would be fun to spend the whole day just drawing these, but we're only going to draw two. These two. All right, let's do this. All right, screenshot it. I think I put it in the chat. Yes, I did. I see both in one screen and the blue lines on my phone. Nice. Stop sharing. And let's do this. This is going to go faster. This is going to go faster. Let's sketch this out. I've got get that circle shape, that sphere. Look at that. Bam. And then get that symmetry, the line of symmetry. Make sure it's symmetrical, same on both sides. We're using our eyeball to kind of look at both sides. Get that line of symmetry in there. Then we've got our upside down ellipse. This is actually part of an ellipse. You don't see it, but this would be an ellipse in there. Right in there. And then it goes up. Bam. It's what's really interesting is all the detail. I'm showing you the structure of it. There's a lot of detail, a lot of stuff going on in it, which I'm going to do really quick. So I might lose you on it, but that's okay. Just get what you can. What's important is the structure. Okay, so I've got this kind of like oval shape, and then it kind of comes out up in here. This there it is. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, and here's the spout. There we go.
Gosh, now that song's going to be stuck in my head.
It was funny. There's a guy. It was I don't know. It was a little boy or I don't know. It was some kind of comedy thing. He had his both hands on his waist, and he goes, "Here is my handle," and here he's like looking for his spout.
Oh,
All right. Let me spotlight myself. There we go. There we go. That's it. All right. I think yeah. Here we go. Then we got this handle over here on this side, the handle. Get a handle, just whipping it in. And just, it's looking at that angle, that shape, and seeing how it fits. And there is a little bit of overlap. It does go into the into that circle, that sphere. It's attached, comes on in. Now the trick to this whole thing is how it's shaded and how it's that's what's going to be really interesting. I'm going to go and just do it really quickly, but this is the structure. There's like little reflected lights, and there's a lot of other stuff. All right, let's get that oval on the top. There's a little oval. See how big it needs to go. I'm just going back and forth. Getting that oval back and forth, so I kind of feel it, that it looks good. And then I just attach it. I attach it, bring it down to these angles. See, it's down these angles, and it attaches itself. Bam, there it is. And then there's another little sphere on top of that inside. See that axis line, get it centered. What's that lid or that top? Let me get that. And it's part of a circle. I'm trying to continue the circle, that circle shape. And then it's got like a little handle on top of that, with a little also an ellipse at the top. But it's one piece. It's not like this. I actually simplified it so you can see that little cylinder there. There's a lot of shading, a lot of stuff going on, and that's what makes it kind of like tricky. But that's the form there. That's the form there, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Let's get that other ellipse in here. This ellipse is important, and it goes kind of like behind that handle. There we go. And that ellipse that goes in there. There we go. That ellipse. It's like a glass pot. There it is. It's all sketched in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just shade it in here. I'm going to just go ahead and do this. If you want to, so let's say start from the top. Now, this cylinder, you don't really see it because it kind of like gets shaded out. There it is. It gets shaded out, and it does lose a little bit of the cylinder shape. Kind of goes around like that. And then looks like there's a little like a little ring around it. So there's a little ring, and the shading kind of comes in there. See, I'm doing it pretty quick. I'm just going in there, seeing what I see, and just putting it in. We got all the big shapes. Now I'm just going in with the detail and seeing where it goes, seeing how it fits. And then there's hatching lines. Hatching lines. It's shaded on this side. This whole side is shaded. So get that shade on that side. Shading that side real quick. Just hatching it. Little hatch lines. Yeah, let's bring this inside part of the cup, teapot up. There we go. And then bring that lid around. Now there's a little bit of a white space, and then you leave that alone, and then shade it again. There's some more shading underneath that. So there's a pattern of light, dark, light, dark. So right here, there's right at that lip edge is light, and then right below it, it goes dark because it's being pushed in that area right in here. I'm just, yeah, there we go. This whole area right in here, it goes a little darker on the side. There is some reflected light. So reflected light right on the edge. I'm leaving it alone. See, right at the edge, I'm leaving that little space. And then let's go out here. Same thing here, a little bit of that reflected light right at the edge of that glass container. Yeah. Wow, 2 weeks in a row. Last week I was feeling good. This week I'm feeling good. Yeah, that's good. It makes a difference. It's like I can feel it. I'm not doing ums anymore. I'm being a little more coherent. Not the ramblings of a madman. Sometimes I feel like that. That's why it's calling it the mind stream, my mind stream, where I'm just rambling.
Well, you faked it very well, Eladio.
Thank you. Fake it till you make it. Oh yeah, you should see some of my earlier ones. I go I do a lot of ums. I've kind of worked on that. The next thing is get my I do switch gears really quickly. So I gotta watch out for that. Like I'm talking about something and then I jump to something else. Try to have complete concepts.
It's all good.
It is all good. It's all good. It's all practice for me too. There we go. So there's highlights right in here. I kind of put these little highlights right in there. That's what's really important. And then underneath, there's all kinds of stuff happening. I'm just shading. Little hatch marks. This is a little darker on that other side. Yeah, it's really interesting to actually even get glass. And we were talking about this last week. We're talking about different materials and how light, bounces and reflects and refracts and really observing. Once you see structure and then getting something like this and really seeing, okay, the shading, seeing where the light hits the structure and how, because that's what's happening here. This is glass. It's transparent. You can see through it. And then there's reflected bounce light at the edges and all this stuff. A little bit of a shadow here too from the handle, and more reflected light right there. There's a little bit of a, so it's dark right there, and then there's light, and then there's shadow. All this whole handle has shadow right in here, this whole side part right in there, that shadow. And bring this handle back down. A little bit of shadow underneath it, a little shade. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is fun. This form here. Bam. Look at that. Somebody's whistling outside. Oh, here we go. Whistling Dixie. Whole new connotation there. I'm going to go a little bit darker with this handle on this side. And it's really just seeing and squinting your eyes and seeing the lights and the darks and kind of, shading in there. We've got the structure, the form. Here, the structure, the form. There is a little bit of a spout at the spout, little, I would probably say like an oval at the top. Dark. There we go. And then the shadow nose on the side. Oh, and there's another little oval in there. Actually, that's glass as well. Huh, interesting. And there's really hatching. It's really, if you see the hatching, the way the hatching is made, there's hatching in here. These are hatch marks, the way the shading is. But they're really careful right in here, right under here, the spout, to have that little bit of reflected light. There's a little bit like a white line And then it goes dark right in here. I can shade it or I can put hatch marks. I'm just shading. But I kept my little reflected light right in there. Bam. Right, another reflected light right in here. All along this watchtower. You like my little references. Some of you guys catch it. And some of you don't. It's all right. It's all good. It's just for fun. There we go. Oh, we lost another musician. Sad, sad, sad. We lost Beck, and today we lost Crosby. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Oh, and we lost Priscilla.
Yeah.
There's the third one. She was a year younger than I am.
Hilario, can you higher it a little bit?
Oh yes.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I say I get lost in the drawing. All right, let's see. Ooh, let's get those leaves in there. There's like, they look like chili peppers. This one does look like a leaf, and it's a tapered tail. It's a tapered tail. So I'm gonna draw that circle here, the circle, and it's a tapered tail. So it's really just a circle, and then it kind of curves up and curves down. It's a tapered tail, kind of like that. See, that's how I just did that tapered tail. It tapers and it's a tail. And then put a little bit more of a point on this side as well. As I'm adding it like clay. Adding it like clay.
Yeah.
There it is. Bam. There's one. This one looks like a chili. This one, so I can start off with a little circle. And then I just, bring it out to a point. I can curve it a little bit more, make it look more like a leaf. Let's curl it a little bit more instead of a. This is chili tea, hot tea, spicy hot tea. Oh, I tried ginger tea. That was really good. Ginger tea. There we go. I see leaves are green. There we go. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I know we had somebody here for a while that they wanted to do a comic book. I'm like, that would be a great project to work on together on the Tuesdays. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody has something big like that. Hey, I want to do animation. All right, cool. And if you're coming regularly, all right, this is what I know about animation. So we can do some animation. These are the programs. There's free programs out there that help you do animation. Yeah. Hatching over this squirrel. Keep that reflected light. Got my line in there. There's just a lot of hatching. Try to get it rounded. Actually, they don't have it too rounded themselves. Smoothing out that shading. Figure out what I see. And then this whole bottom part is dark. All this bottom part right in here is all dark. It's all dark. Not tall, not handsome, but just dark. And there we go. And if we were to add shadows underneath, I can add a shadow, make it look like it's on something. I mean, it would be kind of like an oval shape as well. This if it was on here, so it doesn't look like it's floating. I like doing that. Maybe a little bit of a handle, just scribble it in. Just kind of like a shadow. Maybe the little. Spout it out. There it is. Boom. Let's take a look and then draw the cup. I'm going to draw the cup over here on the right side, little cup, teacup. I'm going to start off with that little oval shape. There it is, that oval shape. Just round and round till I get it. There it is. Boom. Look at that. And just scribble it in. And then I'm not going to do the axis line. I'm just going to do it. I'm just doing it. See, two horizontal lines. vertical lines. I'm sorry, vertical. They taper in a little bit. They do taper in a little bit, and they're not straight up and down. They do taper. And the bottom is rounded, 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 round and round. And then the handle. Just come in here, really light. You draw it light until you get it right. And then once you know it's where it's at, then you can go dark with it. And then one more oval. The saucer underneath the saucer. Yeah. Look at that. Just round and round, round and round. And then pick one of those lines. See which one you like. Look at all that scribbling. Yeah, there it is. Now I have it. Now I can go in there and draw it darker with one line. One fell swoop. It's like tracing almost. You're just tracing your scribbles. You're looking at your scribbles and saying, okay, I like that scribble right there. That's the one I'm going to go with. And then just go right on it. And you're just tracing it. See? Yeah, the first lines are always hardest. There's a song by Kansas, one of my favorite bands. I got to see him live. Kansas, the empty page before me now. The pen is in my hand. He's like, you know, writing about writing. But it's that empty page that sometimes can be so elusive, so daunting. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And the thing is, just do it. Just do it. Sometimes we get that perfectionism, and sometimes that's why sketchbooks are awesome. You just sketch and they don't worry about it. You just worry about doing. That's the whole thing. Just do it. Just do it. Sketch it. However it comes out, comes out.
I can't, Hilario.
Can't. You got cants in the pants.
It has to be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's at one point.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's that perfectionism. It's an ugly monster.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so just learning how to live with it. And it's good having standards, you know. It's not, you know, you got to have standards, but you got to also learn to let go and learn to accept. Like, okay, that's it where it's at right now. I'm going to work on it. But then you know what to work on. Okay, I'm going to work on, like, for example, like here, I know, okay, I'm going to work on my ratios. Okay, and then just focus on ratios until like you're happy with ratios. Okay, good. I'm good with my ratios. Then your angles. And then space is a whole other little beast, which we got our space pods, which is PODS, placement, overlapping, detail, and size. But we're not doing too much of that. We have overlapping. There's this cup is on top of this cup. There's some overlapping stuff happening here and there, creating space. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just figuring out what you're having trouble with. And if you don't know, just, you know, say, hey, what should I work on? I'm like, okay, let me take a look at your drawings. And it's not just looking at one drawing, because that's not fair. You really want to look at several drawings, say, okay, you need to work on, this is what you need to work on. And then, you know, just focus on it. You know, it'll be your phase. You go through a phase of focusing on, you know, whatever, like orthographic views or whatever your phase is. Go through a phase. I mean, even Picasso went through a pink phase, a blue phase, where that's all he was doing. Just, you got to go through your phases. And then, bam, it just becomes automatic. Turn around. It's on the other side. Feel the sound. It's coming from deep inside. It will fill you with emotion. It will fill you with, just turn around. It's on the other side. It's Kansas.
Hmm.
I'm just putting in the shade. And then there's like some kind of transparency thing going on in here. But that's it. I'm happy with it. Oh, I did zoom in a little more. Zoom in on our Zoom camera here. Oh, there's a shadow in here. And looking back and forth, squinting your eyes. See the lights and the darks. Put a little bit of hatching in here, little hatch marks. Oh, practice your hatch marks. All right. A little bit darker on the bottom here, this saucer. All right, I'm happy with it. All right, bam, bam, there it is. Ooh, this would look nice with a little watercolor on it. A little bit of color. All right, it's 8:12. My gosh, where does the time go? Where does the time go? Man, I don't know. Ooh, what else? We're not gonna have time to draw. We're gonna skip all these lanterns here. I'm gonna congratulate yourself. 25 people hanging in there. Awesome. Woohoo. Make sure to get a stretch, stand up and walk around. Look, there's more lanterns. A fish lantern. That one's cute. Ah, ooh, look at that. I think I'm kind of pooped out. Oh, that's the one I want to do. Actually, I kind of was looking forward to that one. Yeah, we're gonna have to skip. They actually, I heard this in the news. The cup of noodles is not that the ramen stuff. The processed one, it's not that good for you actually.
Oh,
The other one, the freshly made ramen is. It'll digest faster, but this one doesn't. I know they were showing it in the news, but it's so good. I like ramen. There's a yeah, that's a lot of detail. That's yeah, a lot of detail. Yeah. Oh, maybe we can get to the face. Maybe we can do a face if I still have energy. We'll get to these. Are actually really interesting. I mean, you can see this one, it's really broken down into shapes, and it's the value, the color that really makes it come to life, these diamonds. Diamond in the rough. I don't know which one of these faces. We might get to do one of those faces. I'm gonna leave the pears out, the pomegranates, probably another day. We're back to the other side. Oh, that's the one. That's the one I want to handle right now. There we go. We'll take on that one and then a face, and then we'll call it a night. Let's do this one. It looks really tough. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it is more challenging. We're going from simple to more complex, and we have people hanging in there. All right, copy image address. Let's go up here, paste it. Let's break it down, break it down, break this down. Ooh, look at that right in the middle. Might have to make it a little smaller. A little smaller, yeah. There it is, little tassels. All right, let me put it in the chat. There's something in the chat. It's no healthy, all preservatives and salt. Yeah, a lot of sodium, high sodium preservatives, and yep. Well, gets the college kids by. It got me by a little bit. Yeah. No, it's lucky. The dorms we had, they had food for us. But yeah, there were some nights we just those little emergencies. I guess when the cafeteria was closed down at the 49ers, Long Beach, Cal State Long Beach.
is that where you went to school?
I went there, yeah, my first year. I was there my first year when I got my scholarship. I got a scholarship, helped me pay for my first year. And then I went to Pasadena City College right after that when my funds ran out. And then
my younger son went to CSU Long Beach.
oh, nice, 49ers. And then I went to Cal State LA is where I finished up and got my degree there. All right, let's see. Let's put all these shapes. This one's definitely a little more complex, but it's circles, starting with the big circle here. Ooh, blue on blue. Cordon bleu. Here we go. Let's go with a different color. Let's go with red. There we go. And our first circle of the night right in there. Let's go thicker too. Let's go with a thicker line. Where are my thickness? Oh, there it is. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So we see the big shapes first, and then we break it down. So here's the big shape. This one's a little more challenging. If you can get it, great. If not, congratulations on giving it a go. All right, we have got our horizontal lines here, and our let's put those in. Help break this down into fourths. Use the fourths. There we go. There's our vertical. And then here's our horizontal. We control the vertical. We control the horizontal. There it is. Let's break this down into fourths right in there. This way. and this way. And if you can screenshot it and upload it in the chat, that would be great. And that would be great because that would help. Because once I go out, then I lose these lines. Let's see, here we go. Yeah. I think, let me see, that one has to go move out a little bit. Bring it out. Yeah, see, these are squares inside. And then that up there, if I would draw a line up here, it should be squares as well. Ooh, someone did. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Priyanka. Pri in the house.
I'll do it again since you're making more lines.
Oh, that's all good. Let me see what else are we gonna look for. I think that's good. I mean, you have the ears. You have. I mean, that's definitely. Wow, I like how did you do that? Somebody else actually uploaded a file, and we had to download their file, but you got it right in there, right in the chat. That's cool. Huh, I wonder how, because I've been saving the chats. I wonder how that's gonna look in the chat. All right, we're gonna go with this. You can see the eyes inside of this top part, the nose right in here, that part. This is almost like a grid drawing. And then there's a lot of circles. It's really complex. But breaking it down into parts and seeing these parts kind of helps. All right. So let's jump in. How many people? I think we lost a couple, but it's all good. We should see all the people that are here. All right, giving it a go. Where are we at? Ooh, 22. Yeah. Cool, my favorite number. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Well, this is a tough one. Huh? Almost my batteries are running out. 8:18. Yeah, and then we could probably do that one. Yeah, we'll do two drawings, this one and then another one. This is gonna be a while. I might rush this one. I might rush more. Let me see. It's good to have it without the yeah. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna clear. All right, clear all drawings. There it is. All right, you're welcome. What was that? Somebody said thank you. Oh, okay, good night. All right. Yoda to me. All right, cool. All right. I'm gonna look at the chat. All right, so I don't know if you want me to share or I can draw really small. If this is a good setup, we'll just go with the setup. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna draw my circle, sketch it in that circle, sketch it in. Scribble, scribble, scribble. See, going back and forth, kind of like airplane landing. There's my circle, and I do know that there's tassels below, so I need to have that tassel space. But that's more or less where the head's going to go. Let's break that into half. Actually, I should probably. Yeah, no, that's good. I was going to turn my whole paper sideways. That doesn't really help too much because your whole screen is horizontal, the format. All right, there's that. Wow, I guess I didn't get that much. Neat. There's my horizontal line, my horizontal axis lines. See, there should be a whole video just on axis lines. 5-minute video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just start doing the videos. Well, yeah, hopefully we'll see. Maybe next week. Now that I'm done with that one, I do have these next couple of days to do a to do some ideas, a proposal for the mural at the elementary school. All right, so I've got my fourths right in there, and then I've got my other fourths this way with my 4 small squares in the middle. Try to see the squares. That square that's in the middle with the 4 squares. Another band, actually, I saw this band last year. Sticks, another band that's just like Kansas. Amazing. Dennis DeYoung wasn't there, but whoever that other person was just like him. Amazing. Just looked like him, sounded like him, played like him, had his energy. Sticks. I'd see them again. Yeah, old rocker. All right, here we go. So I've got my squares. I've got my almost like my grid kind of drawing. The nose is gonna go in here. See, I'm just scribbling it in. The nose is about in that space. In here, I have two little the what are these, tusks or whatever these are. There's gonna be one here, one over here. It helps keep my drawing symmetrical as well. There's that. The eyes have it. The eyes are up here. There's one eye right in here. And my drawing's kind of small. I don't know. I wish I could draw it bigger. Let's see if this works. Woo! I sneezed. I caught it. But the space didn't work. I'm pressing my space bar and it doesn't pause. It doesn't mute. It's all good. All right, one eye here, one eye there. Closer to the sides. And there's going to be one right about there. I'm sketching in lightly. I'm just blocking everything in. I'm blocking everything in, and then from there I can add the detail or go darker. All right, let's get this ear. This ear, there's an ear right in here. All the big parts, the medium-sized parts now actually, but they're big. The other ear on this side, kind of coming off this right in there. All right, there we go. Then we've got the mouth. Up to the nose, down and around. Here we go. Then the mouth, the bottom mouth comes down and up and then down. I did come across a magazine. Oh, here it is. This would be good, but we're not doing faces right now. But this would be good. This face, I like that because I can draw on this magazine. That's what you want to do when you're first learning. Draw on the magazine, so where everything is, your spacing, the proportions we've talked about, and see how it works. See the thirds, the halves, and the have-nots. And then it's just a magazine. They throw those away. Although I have a collection. Yep. And then second, throw it away, put it away. All right, these teeth are going to be really interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on in here with the teeth. These teeth in here. A lot of detail, and the way it all fits is going to be really interesting. So we got to make sure that this opening is right with the spacing. I can see a square. The square would probably be right in there. So I'm going to need to widen it up just a little bit. See that space in there, and it's wider than a square, but I can see my square, and it kind of helps me. If I imagine the square actually is inside the teeth. And then the teeth go on the outside of that square. There we go, like this. That tooth right here. See that right there? See that square in the middle? And then you have these teeth that kind of come in. I'm already going dark with them. It's like an important part. The teeth and the eyes. And then everything else, there's a lot of detail and stuff, but definitely the teeth, the eyes, and the nose. Let's see. What is that? What is that? Oh, they need a face painter. 829 and Winnetka. Where's Winnetka? All right, so it's all good. Zoom cloud recording has been disabled. Why? I don't know. I cleared a lot of my videos that were in the cloud. All right, I got the two main teeth, and then there's two other teeth going up to the side, and then all the other teeth kind of go in the middle. They go in the middle in here, right in there, right in there. See, I got those two teeth, and then I've got these two other teeth coming up. Right in there, one there, one over here. Here we go. There we go. It'd be cool to draw this at different sizes. Draw a small one, draw a bigger one. Watch the video. Draw it bigger, smaller, rewind it, fast forward. Or play it at, what's cool is you can play it at double speed. Technology. We live in incredible times. There's the bottom teeth. I just threw them in there like nothing. No explanation, just doing it. We're just drawing. Just how it all fits. There we go. Ooh, let's get that nose. Nobody knows. All right, so just getting this U shape right in there, that U shape. Get it centered. We have that axis line. All right, let's get that ring. That little ring. This is a dog, I think. Foo dog. What's really cool with these sculptures is, and I find it so fascinating how they have this ball inside a ball, like in the paw. And they have them at in Chinatown, like just right in the street. They have these big old lions or whatever they are, and inside the ball, there's like they carved it, actually carved it. So they carved a little sphere inside. That's pretty cool. All right, there's the ring. There's a lot of little details. There's parallel lines. These parallel lines are tough. But I would probably start with this one first, this outside line here first, and then go with the inside line. So get this outside line first. And as it wraps around this tusk over here, goes around, and then the inside line, or the other line that goes around. There we go. So then now we can just go parallel with what we just drew. Kind of put it in there, right in there like that. And here you probably use your watercolor pencils, which I do have. I need to set up my store. So I still have a few sets. And I have other sets and other stuff. I need to put all that stuff out there. Yeah, time. It's funny how time just slips so quickly. I'm putting this Tuscany. There's the tusk, it's in there. Right in there. Bam. All right, and zoom in. I think it's a little higher on one side. Yeah, it is. Oh well. Should we try to fix it? Bring it down a little bit. I did already. Yeah. Just go in there, clean it up. Yeah, because I mean, we can draw realistically and that just takes longer. We might do that, but it all depends what you want. Our regulars need to ask for it. I need to get that a form going and really know what your purpose is. Hey, I want to do this, or I want to do a portrait of my mom or somebody, or I'm just doing it for fun. I want to do cartoons, caricatures. All right, let's do caricatures. We did some caricatures. The thing is to practice. We did caricatures once. We did Biden, and we did, can't remember, some other caricature. I think the teeth are done. The nose, I need, a lot of little things going on. Well, let's get this nostril in here. This nostril goes up and around. Oops, right in there. The other nostril. Right in there. And then we've got that, where is it at? Oh yeah, it goes above. And it's kind of like a heart shape right in there, right above that line. That's good. There's our nose. And I'm looking at the shape, the height and the width of it, and how it fits there. Little puzzle piece. The overlapping nostrils. And as they go out like that. Then we've got like this little circle shape right in here. This brings my eyes lower. Might have to bring my eyes lower. Or make this bigger. I'm gonna go make this bigger. Because my eyes should be right in there. Here we go. We got the brow. That's what makes it look mean. This brow right in here. That swoops right in there. That brow right over that eye. How's that? And that brow. Wow. And then a lot of overlapping. Okay, so let's put this cheek in here. This cheek right in here from the nose. Curves up and out and down. And if you're struggling, that's okay. It's all about the battle. That's why I call you guys sketchbook warriors, sketchbook heroes. You're a warrior if you're battling it out, and hey, you're here with the battle. And if you know why, if you got purpose, then you're a hero. You're helping others, or you're doing it for a reason. That makes you a hero. Or if you're helping out, helping each other, that's what it's about. You really learn more as you help others. Like, hey, help others. You help yourself in more ways than you know.
Hilario, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Haiti.
Have a good one. Happy New Year. Chinese
Yes.
New Year, everyone.
Yes. Bye-bye. Happy New Year. All right, let's get these eyes in there. The hard part. Yeah, because once we have the eyes, and that's it. The rest we can just really quickly. I'm gonna really quickly pick up the speed, the pace. But the eyes, this is important. So it's got to get these eyes right. Got to get the eyes right. So I got my cheeks. Those are my cheeks. My cheeks, and then we've got the this part of the eye. Here we go, coming up right in here, right above that cheek, and it's then it comes over here, this almond shape with this it's a rounded part. It's a rounded part on the inside. What makes this hard is you have to see the overlapping of this the circle that goes in there. This is the outside, this like almond shape. I try to get that shape first. Like here, this is rounded part, this rounded part, this rounded part, the inside, that part, and then that almond shape kind of comes up here, and that shape right in there. That's it. And then getting that overlapping or underlapping where that circle pupil goes underneath that, and it's round. So here we go. That's it. That looks good. I'm gonna put it right in here, right in there, right in there. There we go. See how it's round, especially the sides. The top and the bottom there's overlapping. It goes underneath, but you get this rounded part right there. See that rounded part? That rounded part. Same thing on this side. Get that. The sides are important. Try to get the same size. I made it bigger. Rounded. There it is. There's the eyes. The eyes have it. There we go. Bam, there's the eyes. All right. I think I'm just gonna let's get the rest in here. There's some like wrinkles up here on the top of the nose. There's 3 on each side. 1, 2, and 3. And then we got 1, 2, and 3. Right there. Now watch the spacing here. There's this these ears. There's this shape here. I'm doing it light, right? I'm sketching it in light, sketching it in light. It goes right there, right there. Sketching in light. right there, right there. And then, ooh, now I can start putting all these circles in around. So there's a big circle right up here, and then a smaller one right next to it.
Could you please lower it? I can't see.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. So this big circle here, and then this little circle there. And then there's like a little heart shape in the middle, and then another the symmetrical big circle on the right side, and then a small circle right where the ear is, in between the ear. And I'm just sketching the big shape in, and then all that detail just goes inside all that. But you want to see these big shapes, and then you kind of nestle everything else in. See, like here, there's a circle in here, circle over here, and then that curves into the eye, like right in here, like it swoops right onto that circle. Look at that circle right there, and here it swoops right onto it. See, bam, swoops right onto that. And I'm sketching really lightly. I'm just blocking it all in. Another circle here, another one right in here, a big one right in here with some overlapping, or underlapping, goes under that other shape. This one's pretty big, right in there. That big circle, right here we go. Oh, let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. That's better. I gotta look up every once in a while. 5 new messages. Oh, what was the name of the song from Kansas band? That's a good question. It's which, let me see. Let's look it up. Oops, why isn't this working? Right here. Yeah, what was the name of the sound? It's on the other side. I think it's something like that. It's from their it has this Indian on the album. It's a really nice album cover. Let's see. The other side. Yeah, it's On the Other Side. That's what it's called. Yeah, there it is. It's called On the Other Side. The empty page before me now, the pen is in my hand. The words don't come so easy, but I'm trying. I'm searching for a melody or some forgotten line. They can slip away from us so quickly. Yeah. Don't be unkind. I'm not complaining. I only feel it needs explaining. When you get that that muse, when you get that inspiration, though I've said it all before, I'll say it once again. Everyone needs something to believe in. So turn around, it's on the other side. Feel the sound, it's coming from deep inside. It will fill you with emotion. It will if you let it be your guide. So turn around, it's actually a pretty powerful song. I don't know if you really listen to the lyrics and kind of like, wow, I don't know, I've felt that song. It will fill you with the emotion. I'm not gonna sing. Karaoke night here. You let it be your guide. Yeah, it's the other side. It's an old song. Yeah, their biggest hit, of course, is Dust in the Wind, another deep song. They almost broke up until that song came along. The song came along. And yeah, Dust in the Wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Same old song. Just a drop of water in an endless sea. Here we go. So there's a big old circle right under the chin, right at that chin. There's that circle right in there. And then there's 3 to the left and 3 to the right. To the left, to the left. Try to aim for that middle one. That's a good way of doing it. Doing it the middle one first, right there. That kind of helps set the other 2. See, I've got that middle one. And then I just put in the other 2. A little bit of overlapping or underlapping goes under the tusk a little bit. And then this one also goes under. That one goes under. Yeah, there's overlapping and stuff. But it goes here and goes over that one that's in the middle. All right, let's do the same thing to the one on the right. the one in the middle, get that circle, and then get that other circle. And there's some overlapping. So I can make it bigger as I'm doing it. Once I get that circle in there, the first one, and then here's some overlapping with that one. That one fits right in there. It's kind of like that. Bam. So we got all our circles in, just about. Now you need the ones up here. Yeah, feel free to share your favorite songs. I really have been digging. Oh, what was it? It was a really good song. I like motivational songs. What was it? I heard it last night. I wrote it down. I'm like, oh, this is one of the songs I'm gonna put on a playlist somewhere. These motivational songs you can listen to while you're drawing, or there's sometimes I like listening to podcasts. I like the one I was listening to today was really good about emotions and feelings. And well, yeah, and expressing them. That was the third A. One is, and then accepting. I don't know. There's three A's. And the first and the last one was expressing it and letting it go. Sometimes we get caught up in our emotions. Emotions should be a guide, but not. Sometimes we can get carried away with emotions, and that's not good. Sometimes you feel like doing something you shouldn't be doing, and sometimes you don't feel like doing something you should be doing. Discipline. See, the drawing discipline. All right, here we go. Let's the tassels. Let's take on these tassels. I think I have to make this a little bit smaller. See, I can make it smaller and I can adjust here just by sketching it, adjusting things. I am going to adjust that and erase it. And then you've got all kinds of ins and outs. Ooh, it really gets confusing in there. But there's some other little circle tassels here. And they just stick out, and then they come out here. And they swoop out. They swoop out to this kind of like bell shape. There it is with the little tassel. And shoot for symmetry if you get your symmetrical line. This is tough. This is tough because you almost have to flip it. This is a good exercise. There's symmetry exercises for this. So if you don't get it, that's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. Our perfectionist left. No, I know perfection. Actually, I am a perfectionist myself. I've had to learn to let go, learn to just do it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Sometimes just doing it. And you know what? That's perfectly not done, or perfectly not perfectly done beats perfectly not done. That's the saying. Let me say that again now that I have it straight. Imperfectly done beats perfectly not done. And same thing with everything goes out that way. A lot of software, they just push it out, and then they upgrade it, 3.0, 4.0, but the thing is just to get it out. And then you can see it and say, okay, we need to do this. We need to change that. But a lot of times we stop ourselves trying to make it perfect the first time, and it doesn't work that way. But once you learn the process, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not going to come out perfect. And then you just do it. And the more you practice, the better you get. Practice makes progress, not perfection. Practice, because then, yeah, there we go. Now all we got is the spirals. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 9. Let's do these spirals. Running out of batteries. All right, let's zoom in. Let's do the ears. Let's go from the top down. A lot of little detail. Yeah, a lot of little detail. I'm not going to describe it. I'm just going to do it, and it just swirls back and forth. Kind of like there's two little bumps I see. Up, in, out. Boom. There's that top part of the ear. Then that inside the part, and then the top part goes around like that. A little leaf shape. There's that. And that right in there. Boom. And then there's a little inside yellow. Bam. Oh, look at that. It's coming along, looking good. Bring it to the top. Here we go. There we go. There we go. It's that little bump on the head. boot to the head. This other bump right in there. And then now here we go. Here's a spiral. Get this spiral right in here. Bam, right in there. Look at that. And then inside of that spiral like that. And then there's all these other little lines inside, and they don't have to be perfect. They're just in there. There's 2 lines in there, kind of swirls around. There it is. Boom. What's important is the big shape. That's a big shape. And if you get the inside, great. And that takes a little bit of practice to get that spacing. You've got this outside and then this inside line, this one right here, right in there, that one right in there, that curly Q. And then you've got 2 more little lines that kind of come around, but that shape is first, and then get the 2 lines that go around, not as dark, 2 right in there. And then there's 1 line in there. And then, oh, that should have came down this way a little bit more. Oh, wow. Just fake it right there. Nobody will know. The top of his head right in here, a little bit of a bump. And here we go, a little heart kind of shape at the top. And then the little rainbows. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go, right in there, right in there. We could really take our time and really shoot for accuracy. I mean, the thickness of this line, these lines are thicker. These lines, some are thicker, some are thinner. You can go back in there. We can actually go in there with ink. But this was probably done on computer. Yeah. Look at those gradients, getting those gradients in there, shading all this stuff. All right, this will take some time. So fast forward. Take your time, hurry up. All right, let's see. Get this ear in here. Right in there. Right in there. Really complex. This is complex. But it's all just circles. Circles. We'll go on this one first. That one's on top. And then there's the inner. What are some other my favorite songs? Oh, what song? That's gonna bug me. And I know it's in my notes. I have I have notes in the kitchen and I have notes in my bedroom. Let's see, what song was that? It's motivational. Oh, something like Nothing's Gonna Stop Me Now. It's like one of those. On top of the world, I'm the king of the world. All right, here we go. This curl over here, nice little hairdo. Bam, little curls. Putting the curls in, almost like a Zentangle, very therapeutic, just kind of like, ooh. Because once you have the big shapes, that's what matters. And then the detail just goes in there. The devil's in that details. Don't get caught up with the devil. You can get caught up with all the little details, trying to make them perfect. When they'll all fall into place. See the big shapes first. Oh, there was that. Actually, reminds me of somebody trying to fit something into a jar. They had all these different. They have these rocks, and if you put the see, if you put the rocks in first. No, yeah, if you put the rocks in, if you put this, what is it first? Let's see. Oh yeah. If you put the sand in first, then everything else doesn't fit. Yeah, if you put the small stuff first. So you had to put the big rocks first, and then the smaller rocks, which would fall into the spaces, and then the sand, and then you could fit water in there. Yeah, it's interesting that the way you have to put the big stuff first. All right, there's the other ear. Ooh, these little spirals right here are important. These ones come from the eye. They're right in here, right around, bam, right onto that eye. And then there's the other line. So I did that outside line, and then there's an inside line And that goes right inside. Try to get it in there. Parallel, parallel. There we go. It's tough as parallel parking. Trying to get that parallel. So you want to get one line first, the outside line. On the line, outside line. There we go. Have it spin around and it curves in. And then you get the other line as it comes around. Round and round. Round and round. Man. Happy Chinese New Year. We got more Year of the Rabbit. Thank you for instruction. I have class in the morning and need to head to bed. See you next time. All right. This lion head appears as a doorknob at the gates of ancient Chinese palaces, can be found at old Chinese bank buildings or Chinese inns. Yeah. On the other side, I like the lyrics. Oh yeah, me too. Sketch karaoke. What pencil is that? Langersnickel. Langersnickel is a HB. HB 855. Oh, what is that? Oh yeah, that was pretty recent comment. 855. Yeah, that oh, some lyrics are amazing when you just really listen to lyrics. It's like, oh my gosh, this song. Because like the song, if you listen to it, the song is like, oh, it doesn't really, but when you listen to the lyrics of it, it's like, wow. I mean, the lyrics are pretty powerful. The song, it's like, okay. But when you know, it's like, oh, okay, wow. What they're trying to say. What are you trying to say? I mean, some people just listen to music. Yeah, let's get all these spirals in. I think we can probably stop with these spirals. I don't know. I'm gonna go real quick. Spiral them in. Spiral. Bam, bam. Oh, oh, that's so cool. In the chat. Hey, that's cool. Posting your pictures in the chat. That's so cool. Oh, you've got your dragon already done ahead of mine. I need to step it up. And colored. Jeez. All right, you're teaching the class next week. All right, here we go. Just shooting for accuracy. Round and round. Yeah, see, once you see the big shapes, getting these small, all this detail is a lot easier. Just, okay, it goes in here. It goes in there. Big shape right in there. And sometimes we get intimidated. Oh my God, that's so much. You just got to break it down. How do you eat an elephant? Yeah, one bite at a time, but which bites, right? You got to see the big bites, see the parts, see the whole, and then say, okay, have a plan of attack. You have a plan of attack. Big shapes first, then the little shapes all kind of fit in. And then, okay, cool. Next time you see a drawing, okay, plan of attack. How am I going to do this? What are we going to do? All right, big shapes. What are the big shapes I see? There's a circle. There's my other shapes. Boom, 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 bam. Yeah, that's what happens. You know what? Yeah, that's that same thing happened last week when I saw the drawings. I'm like, oh, like, oh, I can't wait to draw that. Oh, I can't wait to draw that. That, that makes a difference. So find drawings you like. It really makes a difference. You can't draw everything, but if you post it in more than once, I know we had a drawing that was posted a couple of times, like, all right, we're drawing it. Can't get to everything. And some drawings are going to be too hard. I don't know. Those faces, they're doable. All right, let's just spiral. Oh, who can it be? There's a lip. Don't forget the lip. I'm trying to get the lip in here too. I'm trying to put that lip, bottom lip in here. Who can it be knocking at that door? Thank you for joining us. Sean, for fun. When the book is out, I don't know. We'll see. I gotta build it. Hi. It's all good. Yeah. Wrap to draw. Drawing with purpose, practicing with purpose. Yeah, see, this is better than just drawing circles on their own. You're drawing circles with a purpose. Seeing the shapes. 9 o'clock. What is this? Battery is 13%. 6,700. We were talking about steps last week. I got my 6,000 steps in today. All right. Popcorn Robot Wednesday. Join 96 coders. Meetup. That's a meetup. Meetup. All right, let's finish this up. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. I see the end. Now, this is where I get excited. I'm like, oh man, if I color this, this would be cool. And you can't color everything, but yeah, this would be. You got to practice your drawing and then say, okay, this is the one I'm gonna. Another cool thing about drawing, and it's a good skill, is writing ideas. You get an idea. I heard that this week, where you have to write down your ideas, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've had so many ideas, and I've written a lot of them down. And now I can go back because I have time and kind of like, okay, like, oh, this is a good idea. Oh, and reflect on it and say, oh man, I should do this. And I am kind of doing that. I'm going back and going through my notes and seeing stuff, and I'm like, oh, I remember that. Oh, that's a good idea. And do it. And that's what sketching. You can just sketch something, capture it in a sketch. Then you look at it, and sometimes like, oh, what is that? Or sometimes it's like, oh, it all comes back. It's really interesting. It kind of like all comes back. It's like, wow, I remember drawing that. I remember where I was. I remember what was happening, how I was feeling. That's another thing too, that feeling thing. All right, inside the mouth is all shaded. I'm gonna shade it, and there's a gradient, which is actually pretty cool. But if you can't get the gradient, just shade it. You definitely got to shade that. That'll make the teeth pop because of the contrast. Get that shaded in the background. If you get it all shaded one smooth shade and then go back and try to get the gradient, that's a good approach of doing it, because then you just have your one shade broken in, and then get that gradient, the gradual change of value, which is really hard for people to see when they're first learning, and seeing things that change gradually. That's what the whole frog in the pot, where you just gradually raise the temperature, don't notice. Wow. This is shaded as well, the gums. All right, over the teeth and through the gums. Watch out, stomach. Here she comes. There we go. All right. Ooh, get some reflected light in here. Get some shadows. Get some. Ooh, that's interesting. See, a lot of the scribbles and stuff look like shading. All right. I think I just need I hear it's so quiet, and I just feel like I'm the only one talking. Believe it or not, I am very quiet. I'm in such an introvert that I'm just like talking, yapping my mouth. It's funny. All right, so let's get these tassels right there, and then it goes on to a little. Bring it up. 3 more messages. Let's take a look. Ooh, look at that. Wow, it's too raw, not detailed like you. What you talking about? Ay, caramba. Caramba. Quote Bart Simpson, Bartholomew, El Bardo. Ay, caramba. Yeah, that guy's from. So I just seen a Matt Groening. It was on YouTube. It was his whole history, and I when I was going to Pasadena, I would see his Hell, Life is Hell cartoons. And there was a whole documentary on how he started and how it was really interesting, how he got the cartoonists and how they developed the Simpsons. Really interesting. And he was going up against another cartoon during the, and I think, yeah, the Tracy Ullman show. And I think Tracy Ullman didn't like The Simpsons, but I know it kind of won out. Won out. It's really good. You got to look it up if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Like myself, the who, the what, the how. How is huge. How is the magic done? How was it done? How did it evolve? Where did it come from? Being curious. The cure. Actually, the cure. That was one thing that the lady said today. She said the word cure comes from the word curious. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. All right, there's little circles underneath, another little tube over here, kind of like little ramen. There's one back here underneath, and then the little ramen. I just totally imagine this lion as a ramen, the ramen noodles around it. Oh my God, it's getting late. He's hallucinating. Whatever you have, give me some. All right, I think we're done. Woo. Let's zoom out. Rawr. Oh, I would love to see color on this. Yellow. See some watercolor on there. Nice. Woo. All right, 9:03. Do we have time? Do we have energy to get to the other side? Though I've said it all before, I'll say it once again. Everyone needs something to believe in. Desperation shows its ugly face in many ways. No one can escape the times we live in. The answers are so simple and we all know where to look, but it's easier to just avoid the question. And if I seem too inconclusive, it's all just because it's so elusive. Though I've said it all before, I say it once again, it goes on again. On the other side. Poetry. Kansas. What's another Kansas song that I like? Oh, there's another one. I think from that same album. Let me see. Kansas songs. Taking a little break. We're going to be doing, I think we're going to be doing a face. That's definitely a tough one. A tough one, I say, a tough one. Kansas album songs. Let's see, there's another Kansas song that I like. Oh, Carry On My Wayward Son. Carry On. I like that song. But what miracles? Where is it? Point of No Return. Point of No Return. That's a good one. The Wall. Is it The Wall? Fight Fire with Fire. I like that. Can I tell you? There's one that I really like. That another one. Away from You. Cushions. Clinical. Lamplight. On the Other Side. 1979. Oh my gosh. Point of No Return. That's a good one. Hold On. Oh, that's that. I like that one. Hold on. That's a good song. The lyrics, let's do Hold On. It's closer than you think, and you're standing on the brink. Hold on. Hold On lyrics. That's a good song too. That's a positive song. I like positive songs. Oh, and yeah, like Triumph the band. Look in the mirror and tell me what you see. Tell me just what you see. What have the years of your life taught you to be? Innocence dying in so many ways. Things that you dream of are lost in the haze. Hold on, baby, hold on, because it's closer than you think, and you're standing on the brink. Hold on, baby, hold on, because there's something on the way. Yet your tomorrow's not the same as today. Don't you recall what you felt when you're alone? Someone who stood by your side, a face you have known. Yeah, really, really powerful lyrics. They're cool lyrics. They're cool. They're all right. It's all good. It's poetry. All right, we're doing arts, all the arts. We're going to be dancing soon. All right, let's do this face. Call it a night. All you hardcore heroes, take requests. I'm seeing some of you regulars in there. That's really cool. See, that's where I need to do that form, and then I can see. All right, cool. You're here. I can see what you want. What's your purpose, your goal? I want to do it all because I want to do this, or I'm just doing it for fun. All right, cool. Let's keep doing it for fun. But if we get a purpose, Enoch in the house. I see Enoch. All right, cool. Let's see. Let's which face. Let's ooh, I am sharing my screen. I am sharing my screen. So let's see which face we're gonna do. I didn't know I was sharing my screen. There we go. Let's see. Ooh, that's cool. Well, we did one like that already. I like that one. There was one that I liked. I can't remember which one it was. Which one of these faces? Huh? Was it this one? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was this one. Beltane art print. Beltane. Celtic spring holiday. 21, 26. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, then we got all the pairs. That's cool. Yeah, we can do that, but my batteries are running low. We're gonna just, oh yeah, we got more the Celtic nuts in our hair. Copy image address, put it in. Nothing matters anymore. That's it. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Look at those eyes, little squinty eyes. All right, cool. Let's circle. Look at that circle. Look at this triangle. Bam. That's what. And then we just break it down just the same way. All right, let's see and put that in the chat. All right, here we go. Break it down. Chat. Paste. There we go. She purdy. Little lips. All right, here we go. Let's break it down. Where's our circle? Bam. I think we have it red still. Yeah, we do. Is it too thick now? There we go. Oh, let's go. Can we go bigger? No, it's too late. Can I zoom? No. All right, well, let's just do it. Here's, yeah, that circle right in there. Yeah, it's too big, too thick. Let's thin it up, thin it up. Well, actually, let's stop it here real quick. See if I can, zoom in. Ooh, that's, I like it, but it's too much. Oh, you know what? Oh, if I can zoom out a little bit. Zoom out. And then I can F11. Ooh, look at that. Still, let's see, that's control, navigating, learning to navigate. Look at that. I don't know. Oh, Pri, are you here? I think she left. Priyanka. Yeah, she's gone. It's all good. All right, let's do this. Love the poetries. I'll finish this for homework. Thank you so much. You're welcome. See you next week. Ina. Oh yeah, she does it. And she does it and she shows it. That's cool. I believe you. Oh, I stopped sharing. Share my screen again. All right, let's see. Let's break this one down and do this one real quick. I'm going to try to do this really fast. My batteries. Here we go. There's the circle head. You know? Yeah, the hair is going to be something else. Look at the eyes right in the middle. Bam. And then we got that thing, and then we got these angles. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw. I'm just gonna break down the head. That's all. There's more stuff I can break down, but I'm breaking down. We've hit hitting the wall. Oh, there it is. Oh, actually, I didn't thin it out. Get those eyes right in the middle. Here we go. Bam. Let's look at the fourths. The nose right at the fourths. And then the lips right underneath that. And then up here, the forehead. There. That's pretty close. Then the fourths sideways. Yeah, I don't know. It seems crooked. Same.
There's plenty of your taper tails in this one.
Yeah. And the leaves and the hair, the horns, tapered tails. Oh, it's not square. I can see it's not square. Let me see. I think this needs to go up a little higher. Yeah, that's right in the middle. Well, this needs to go a little over. Oops. I'm going to be going to the Getty on Saturday. The Getty. I'm going to be going to both the Villa and the Center, Getty Center. Tickets are still available. You can get tickets are free. Parking is $25. There we go. I think that's it.
$25.
Yeah, I know. Carpool.
Yeah. Yeah, actually that's $25. OMG.
Yeah, I know. And if you take, yeah, that's why they kind of want you to carpool. It's funny that J. Paul Getty was the oil tycoon. All right, here we go. Let's see. Screenshot that, or somebody can. Bree's not in the house. Let me see. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if I can screenshot. But then I have two screens. Print screen, Control P, and then I paste it in the chat. See how that works. Control V. Oh, it did work. Oh, it was just a copy paste. But it's, you see that I'm gonna, yeah, it did work. So if somebody can, I have two screens. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. It's too small. Oh, you can download it. Let's try to download it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's cool. See, sometimes you just got to do it. You see, I just did it. Copy, Control C, copy, and then actually Control print screen, Control. That's what I did on my computer. There's a print screen button. Control print screen. All right, did it open? I don't know. Whew. All right, come on. Keep the energy going. All right, we're gonna stop sharing. We're gonna draw this as best I can. Oh, somebody, Demi got it. Demi got it. Awesome. Ta-da. All right. Teamwork. Demi. You're the hero of the week. All right. You're picking up the slack from our little meditator. All right, here we go. All right.
Ellen is not here. I have to represent.
Yes, Ellen. She's gonna be gone for a couple of weeks. So she says. All right, here we go. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this really quick. I'm probably gonna stand up. I'm gonna even use a marker. I don't know. It's really the face. It's probably the most important part here. So here, let's get this hole in here. Let's scribble it in. See, there's my circle. Here's my axis line. Here's my axis line. I'm gonna do it really fast. Let's see how fast I can do it. And it's just scribble. I'm not really worried too much. Let's see. All right. Oof. I wish I can zoom in. Oh, I can move it over to my bigger screen. There we go. That's better. Still kind of hard. It's all good. Better than nothing. I see. I gotta, and I was looking at stuff to see how I can put picture in picture. That's what I need to look for. I was looking at dual screen, there are two monitors, and it was showing me how to do two monitors, but not do picture in picture. That's what I need to look for. Picture in picture in picture. So I gotta do some more research. And that's the thing, you just do it and see, okay, how can I make it better? How can I improve? How can I, it's a philosophy, constant and never ending improvement. You do it and then you try to improve upon it. And somebody said it a little more eloquently today as that's the same video I was watching. I should have kept those notes. That's what I need to do. Watch one of those videos and then share as we draw, because it's definitely, it's that mindset of it's not perfect, but you're just improving. You just do it. You practice, and then you just work on improving with a focus. All right, the eyes are going to be like right on that center. The hair's coming in right on the outside, right in there. The hair comes up in here, right down there, in that part, and then right in here. All the knots in her hair. Oh my gosh, Knots Mary Farm. There we go, and then there we go. Here. This is probably a little bit higher. This is where the nose is going to be, right on that line. Right, that line. The eyes are up here. Eyes are up here. The really simple eyes. Ooh. Ah, there we go. I can move it over. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, right there. That's it. That's it. I got my grid and I've got my actual drawing. Nice placement. All right, cool. So the spacing of the eyes, you got to watch the spacing. So the spacing right in there, actually probably really close to the center of that little, just on the inside of that center of that square. And then I'm aiming for that top eyelash, eyelid. It just swoops. It really just swoops like there, and it's really thick. This top eyelid right there, that one, boom. And then you've got eyelashes on it, boom, 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 but that, and then the bottom lid just a little straighter, and then half a circle right underneath. There's the eye. There's one eye, boom, one down. And then go to the next side, same thing. That top eyelash is thicker and really just swoops out. Really just swoops out. Swoops out, and it's got little lashes. And then the bottom, straighter. It's got a little bit of curls in it, but it's pretty straight. And then the half a circle. And then the pupil, there's a pupil in there. Let's put the pupil, really small detail. Pupil. And there's my eyes, centered and spaced placement. Look at those eyes. Everything else, we can mess it all up. No. Once you get the eyes. All right, she's got the eyelids are way up here. Eyelid right there. Eyelid, just a little mark for an eyelid, like right up in here. That's just that little mark. And you got the eyebrow. Eyebrow underneath right there. Eyebrow. It's coming down. There we go. Eyebrow coming down. And it's got some shape to it, little hairs. Little hairs. It's okay. There we go. Oh. Then the nose is right on that line right there. Wow. That's 922. We'll go to 10. 922. Okay, man. Don't know. Oh, there it is. Oh, Pearl. She put something in the Facebook. All right, here we go. The nose. The nose, there's our little U here, just like our the dragon. And then it's got the nostrils. Little nostrils. And then it's got the the side little parentheses nostrils right around there. Bam. There they are. And then there's a little thing, and then the lips right in there. And I'm just drawing them, and this is just practice. There's a lot of parts. We've actually we did this one drawing faces. Kind of talked about the parts a little bit. And the best thing is just to practice, and see some of the breakdowns of lips. The bottom lip is rounded. Fits right in there like that. Bam. Bring down the chin a little bit. Seeing that space between that lip and that chin. See, I'm happy with that face. Everything else, boom, just in place. There's 3 right here. There's 1. I see 3, 2, and 3. I see 3 like braids. Boom, right in there. That's what I see, the shapes. And there's, oh man, that is really complex. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. But I see 3. I'm doing that 3 there. Oh yeah, that's pretty complex. Let me see. I think I bring it out. Yeah. These 3 ovals, kind of like right in there. And then I'll show you how I kind of put them in there. Yeah, that's what I see. And then the hair. There's probably 3 ovals on this side too. Yep, to be symmetrical. Symmetry. I saw a really cool video on symmetry. I'm watching too much videos, but it's a part of design. and it's part of the universe. It was a really interesting video. It had a lot of physics in it. It talked about physics and space and antimatter, and it was really interesting. I was like, whoa, blown away. I love that stuff. Documentaries and all that stuff. Curious mind. Curiosity. All right, I've got my threes and my threes. I got a there. There's the hair. Yeah, that face looks good. Let's get those horns in there. The horns. Ooh, they taper. They taper, and then they coming in right in here. They go up and around, and as I draw it, I can see this shape as well. I see this as one shape, and then you see this one shape, and then it comes up and goes up. It curves and it tapers, so it's going from thin to thick as it attaches, and that's what you really need to watch. This tapered tail. You don't want it to be a stick. You don't want it to be, it has to taper as it goes out. Same thing on this side. The opposite now. We can actually use some guidelines to help get the other side. See, I'm using some guidelines here. So it's symmetrical as it comes around. All right. Little nymph. And then it goes inside, so it does go in right there. Bring it in. The hair goes out around it a little bit. There we go. Ooh, look at that. It's coming in. All right, we'll finish this by 9:30 maybe. No, those braids are gonna kick our butt. Kick my butt. The braids. Oh man, my daughter's hair, every time I had to do her hair, sometimes it was tough. Tough. All right, there we go. There's a lot of little hatch marks and stuff. I'm as you're sketching, actually, it kind of like takes the place of some of that stuff. I'm trying to try to capture. This is how thick this line is right here. This one right in there. That one, and then this side, and it goes from thick to thin. Yeah, there it goes. Thick to thin. There we go. All right, now the hard part. Let's start with the left. The left. All right, let's zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. How's he gonna do it? I don't know. I'm thinking to myself. All right, here we go. Let's see. So we got this one loop here, and then we got this loop. This hair comes in here, and this is a loop here. And I see this kind of like triangle. It's kind of, it looks like a and I can cut in a little more. It's like a shark fin. That's what I'm calling it, a shark fin. And then you got the next one right underneath it, and that's coming down right there, and that's attached to that. Oh yeah, there's a lot of weaving going on. Oh yeah, this is insane. Insanity. Then you've got this next one, yeah. This is gonna be a tough puzzle. This is like 2,000 piece puzzle here. Yeah, I don't know. Not these little rainbow shapes. Then I don't know how else to explain it. You got this one hair coming down this way, and then we've got this hair coming up this way, right in there, and right in there, and then it goes inside the hair, and then we have the outside. Yeah, bring those horns in. All right, so see, I'm just not even worried about the accuracy. I know there's these little hairlines. I'm just throwing them in there. All right, here we go. Let's see. Ooh, this goes out. See that? Yeah, look at that. That one right there. This one's get it to flow. That's the whole thing. Try to get the hair to flow. We have those ovals in there, but I'm trying to get that hair to flow like this here. This comes here and then this flows out that way. And then you've got this little hair loop inside here. So another, this little piece that's in there. And then another hair loop over it right in there. Look at that. The overlapping right in there. This piece right here is this piece right here. So yeah, this can be really confusing, but if you don't look at the detail, you want to see the big shapes. See the big shapes. And then this loops around here. And then another hair kind of goes through it right in there. That's this back hair. And if you were to see it go through, yeah, kind of have to have that x-ray vision. Go around that way. Oops. And then this hair right here comes out. Huh. Huh. Wow. That's a tough one. Whew. My gosh. Gosh. No, that's tough. That's really tough. It's really tough. If you're getting it, I congratulate you. It's not easy. This is not easy. It's really tough getting that hair kind of to weave like that. And to get it in the right spots. So here, there's still, this one kind of comes back up in here under, over, a lot of overlapping, underlapping. The challenge. If you thought that Zentangle last week was tough, this is, I think this is tougher because just it weaves and it has to all kind of fit nice and tight. Look at that right there, and then right in there, and then one more. This hair comes out right in there. Bam! Look at that. I think that's pretty good. Smoothing out those edges, lines. It's not so sketchy. Whew, that looks good. That looks good. So let's just delineate this chin. Make the chin. Watch out for that little hair on her chinny chin chin. And that's it. A tapered tail on that leaf. I think I'm just going to do the other side and call it a night. Let's see. Yeah, my batteries. What time is it? It's 9:30. 9:30. We've been
Hey,
going.
just do one side. Just do one side of the braid.
Just do one side.
Yeah.
So,
You're fading. I can tell in the voice.
fading. Yeah, fade to black.
Fade to I don't know, to syrup.
Fade to zero. I see a red door. Or fade to black. I think Metallica song. All right, now I'm gonna go down. Let's see. See, this is where sometimes you got to fight the feeling. I can't fight this feeling anymore. It's been a song night tonight. All right, so here we go. Let's see. We got our 3 curls here. That's a lot of. We got this one coming in right in here. I'm gonna just sketch it in, and then this other one comes through it underneath. It's almost as hard as making a real braid. Jeez. Wow. This one right in there. This next one right in there. The way it overlaps. And then the next one. All right. And then this one right in there. There we go. And this goes up. It's all right. This one goes over. Right in there. Whew. Yeah, so this dog, they trained him to turn around. Turn around, and he turns around. And then they played that song, Turn Around. And the dog's just turning around in circles. Every now and then I turn around. For a while, there was this couple, I don't know who he was, but he was doing those videos. Turn around. All right. In and out, in and out. Ooh. Oh, there's a double one right here. Double whammy. This one's split. This one is split right here. Does it split on the other side, or is it just on this side? Oh, wow. I think it's just on this side. Oh, I don't know. I'm getting all lost. Getting lost in the curves. Getting lost in the curve. Yeah, I don't know. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh yeah, you're right. Should have called it a night. Okay, here we go. This one comes in here. There we go. You see, then you can appreciate you can appreciate how hard this is, and then when you do it, it's like, oh yes, like I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get those curls. I'm gonna get it, but not today, not tonight. It's all right. Come back. You might have lost the battle, but the war is always there. The war, the battle, the warriors come out and play. The warriors, sketchbook warriors, taking on the battles. There we go. I think that's this another hair down here. Then another one right in there. There we go. That's good enough. I'll just put some hairlines, some hatching. It looks like hairlines. Some hatching up here as well. Like that seems just throw it in there. Throw some hatch lines. Sound effects too. I gotta see. I have to have my soundboard too, like clapping. And I used to have one. I made one once. I dig it up. All right, I think that's it. All right. Ooh, that doesn't look too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh, the horns have a little more form to them. There's this line that kind of cuts through and up. Yeah, see, this horn that they have, those horns don't taper as well. They look very fragile. My horn's a little more. There's a little more thickness to it, a little more. Maybe I don't know. So that's all preference. If you like it thinner, you can make it thinner. But those horns are too thin. I think though, especially the one on the right, it looks off. Awful. Looks awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. All right. So that was another word from that video I saw today. There's quite a few. All righty. All right. Any questions, comments, complaints? Put it in the chat. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you next time. Let's stop the recording. So if you want to really